Hey everybody, welcome back to Over a Pipe. My name is Martin and I'm super glad to have you for a pleasant Sunday smoke. My apologies, as I know we had that one COPPA video and which I'm still unnerved about, but I also haven't got out the final review for HH Old Dark Fire. These holidays have been kicking my butt and I apologize. I will try and get to everything as soon as possible. I am smoking said HH Old Dark Fired, and it is delicious. And I'm trying some new things out, trying to have some fun with some stuff, doing a few different things. One of the things was I was taking my food saver that I had, and I was trying to, I was like, maybe I could vacuum seal some tobaccos. And I found out, not all bags are created equal. In terms of my food saver vacuum sealer will not vacuum seal this. As you can see, my first test subject was American Patriot by Missouri Meerschaum. Really nice blend. And I was like, you know what? I'm bagging that. Let's bag something else. I said, well, if I'm bagging American Patriot, the Frog Morton Cellar replacement blend, then shouldn't I? You like the little frog right there? Shouldn't I also bag a little bit of a Frog Morton Cellar? Why not? So I got to thinking. I was like, let's bag something else. Something with a little more pow to it. We're doing a couple crossover blends. Let's go ahead and hit it with some Balkan Sobrani by J.F. Germain. Why not? Speaking of J.F. Germain, why don't we hit it with some Margate from Esoterica, or maybe some Dunbar? Looks pretty good in that from Esoterica. Let's just keep going on the Esoterica train with some And So to Bed. Why not? And then, you know what? Let's throw a little sweetness in there with some Pembroke. Let's get a little burley in there with some Tilbury. And you know what? That should do it, right? That should be enough. It's never enough. Why don't we throw in a couple flakes of Esoterica Stonehaven? You're not impressed. Oh, okay. Then why don't we just bust out the unicorns together with some Esoterica Penzance? And then I thought about it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with all these samples? I'm just practicing, right? Am I going to do anything with them? I don't know. Stay tuned. You might see these show up somewhere in the YTPC. Just maybe. Oh man, this HH Old Dark Fire is good. Also, I think for the month of December, I'm going to try and do at least 2 reviews. I'm taking quite a substantial amount of time off with family. I don't take a lot of time off throughout the year, and so this is a pretty big deal. So I'm going to take some time off with the family and really kind of enjoy ourselves and do what you're supposed to do. If you're working this hard, you should make sure that you are taking the time out and enjoying what you have worked so hard for. I love, especially on a nice fall day, some of that breadiness that's coming in this Old Dark Fired. Some of that sweetness. So good. Let's get to your questions and comments and concerns and general tomfoolery, shall we? So let's see what was going on. I'm pretty sure I missed some questions previously, so I'm gonna try and see who might have had some questions out there. Angus. I mean, who doesn't like the name Angus? That's a great name. I just want to say it. Angus. Angus Modron LaFay is a new subscriber. He commented on a couple of my videos. I really appreciate it. One of which he was saying rehumidify that haunted bookshop and see what it really tastes like. And is my absolute part of life. My day won't start without a bowl in the morning. Yeah, so he obviously is enjoying Haunted Bookshop. Angus also commented about J.F. Germain is a really small family business and they have only 2 workers. No kidding. To compare Samuel Gawith, who has 7 workers, just imagine how overloaded they are. That was on one of my Pleasant Sunday Smokes. Yeah, I agree with you, and I love the insight, Angus. You say, little devil. Guess what? I am your 666th subscriber. So Angus Modron LaFay is my 666th subscriber. Should we celebrate that? Moving on. So Scott Fletcher had commented, sorry, don't mean to hijack the thread. And this was on my first impression or my review of Orlick. Don't mean to hijack the thread. I haven't tried Dark Strong Kentucky yet, but now I want to. Sounds like maybe it needs to be aged a bit. By the way, dude, love your channel. Just found it, but I appreciate you, Scott Fletcher. Thank you very much. Wildcat Sam, another great review on the Orlick Dark Strong Kentucky. It's so cool. I love how the flakes are on this one. Let's see. Pipes and Cigars has a special on it called the Louisville Slugger. Man, that's pretty cool. I love when, this is what I like about the community. Everybody's sharing. Stefan Dalakian. I'm sure I butchered that. Just like I'm about to butcher Peter Friedensenpfeif. I'm sure that's not even close. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Tillerman, Ohio, thanks for the review. Perhaps we can work out some sort of deal regarding a leather tray. Tillerman, 7, Ohio. You are tempting me, good sir. Maybe you should sponsor one of my Sunday Smokes. Let's see. New subscriber, Neutral Glitch. Appreciate it. Mad Hatter. Over, let's see. His daily smoke is Briar Fox, but his game is Magic the Gathering. It was when I was rambling about D&D. Another, on my review, Dark Strong, Briar Report said, concise but comprehensive. Great review. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate everything you're doing over there. Make sure you get over there and watch some BRTV. Great presenters. Love everybody over there. Stephen Anthony commented, I heard a rumor that smoked tobaccos like Kentucky or Latakia have cancer in them. Some kind of benzene chemical. Is this true? Well, Stephen Anthony, all I can say is that benzene is a chemical, and I don't think Kentucky or Latakia necessarily have cancer in them. I have not seen them getting any kind of treatment or anything like that. We are not even going to joke about that. Let's just move on from that. Forget that part of it. I could not confirm yay or nay. Somebody comment in the comments below to his question. That is a good question. There are always chemicals, humectants, all the time in these tobaccos, casings, what have you. We have seen what has occurred in certain vaping products where they were adding THC and they shouldn't have, but it seemed like overall the vaping products, I mean, we aren't going to know. Some of these things are not going to rear their ugly heads as being really bad for us or really great for us or null in the situation until a long time later. But again, I go back to it that, pipe smoking is not healthy for you to begin with, and has in and of itself cancer-causing agents. Smoke at your own risk. By the way, just like Mike from Briar Blues always says, this channel is made for adults only. You kids, piss off. Was that harsh? Was that harsh? I don't know. All right. Jorge George, the Green Coblin, asks over a pipe. I don't have content on my channel, but how do you switch the setting to non-kid friendly? I don't want to risk being booted out and not being able to watch all the YTPC videos. You can watch all the videos you want. We can send links to you. We can do, there's a multitude of ways that we can get content to be. BRTV is there and it is available. The trick is that we're not going to know how all this will shape up until after January 1st, when the COPPA regulations are in, the algorithms are searching for everybody, and things are happening. So we're not going to fully know how this is going to affect us and viewers going forward until we see any specific results. Again, I am hopeful because COPPA has a specific, not necessarily an addendum, but it has specific writing in the law that says you can make videos for a general audience. The fact that YouTube didn't give us that option is a little weird. So we're going to see how that shakes out. But you know what? Keep your fingers crossed because we don't want to lose viewership, and I appreciate everybody that watches my channel and participates. It makes it a lot of fun. We have a blast doing this. Like Mel Harris always says, we're having more fun than we should be allowed to. Let's see. So the Dark Strong, this is from George the Green Coblin. So the Dark Strong should have been named Mellow and Light. Thanks for the first impression. No, not necessarily. It is absolutely dark. It's got some dark parts to it, and I would say that it does have some nicotine presence there. I don't know. I like, it's Kentucky, and that's kind of the design of it. It's going to come out looking super dark. It's going to be very flavorful. But to me, it can be kind of mellow. There's a lot of tobaccos, for instance, aromatics. Aromatics are kind of tough on me because I don't pick up much of anything of the tobaccos, but I pick up a lot of the chemicals. And there's not enough there for me to keep my interest. Where if I switch to like a heavy burley blend, or a heavy Latakia blend, I'm getting that punch and I'm getting that flavorful, set of nuances and parts of the blend that I can pick out that are a lot of fun to figure out and everything. That's what keeps me coming back to those blends. Let's see. This was also on Orlick's Dark Strong, Kentucky. Ford Smoking Pipes commented, good review. Very energetic. Always figured it was taught to sweet, not to beat. What did you just say? Always figured it was topped to sweet, not be topped. Keep up the good work and happy smoking. I got no idea what you just said, brother. I must have butchered the heck out of it because apparently I can't read. Ford Smoking, let me know again what you were trying to say, and I'll clean that up. Briar Report commented, just wanted to get it on the record. This is over the COPPA video that I made with the Chicken Little guy. Just wanted to get it on the record before YouTube crushes you like a bug. That I agree with you. Phil, you're the best, man. Appreciate you. George Chandinis, thank you for the sub. Frosty Piper commented, it's very confusing. This is again, there's a whole bunch of these on the COPPA video. It's very confusing. If we mark our videos as kid friendly, would that not open us up to additional liability for promoting tobacco to children? The reality is they just wouldn't show your videos. I mean, that's what would happen. If you made your videos child friendly, they would just not show them to children. You're just basically, it's almost becoming a useless video. Mr. Monkey 78, dude, so true. They threw us all under the bus to save their reputation. They also did it so that way they could keep collecting our data, or everybody, all the viewers' data, and that's how they make their money. Because of course, other people are getting that data too. Wheeled Piper 2 comment, there must be something I'm not understanding here. So what you're saying seems to be the equivalent to my threatening to shoot myself in the foot, making my certain, but so there was a long thread with Wheeled Piper, and it's super confusing. And essentially what it is that if you want to know who has the liability in this, it's all the presenters, because YouTube has passed that on, and it's rough. I mean, it's I'm not surprised, and I think what has been going on YouTube for a long time, people should not be surprised about. But there was a lot of it. It's it's tough. It's really, really tough, and it's scary, and we need to make sure that we are in the up and up, paying attention not only to the tobacco regulations, but the regulations that are involving YouTube, and protecting our community and our channels, which I appreciate. Let's see. Let's try and get a couple more here. Robert Creel commented, still enjoy this blend. This is talking about the Haunted Bookshop. Still enjoy this blend from time to time. Don't smoke it as often anymore. May actually fire up a bowl today. This is the blend that got me to swap to pipe smoking after smoking cigarettes for many, many years. Hey, you've got something in common with a lot of pipe smokers, that blend has drawn them into pipes. So, you know what? Kudos to you. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming aboard to the YTPC. We love you. Love you. Old Joe Krantz. Let's see. This is from Forward Smoking Pipes. Old Joe Krantz. Let's see if I can read it. Old Joe Krantz inverts the roles of Virginia as Anne Burley of Haunted Bookshop. But I am guessing you already know that. Thanks. I didn't know that. Thank you. I appreciate you actually telling me that. I did not know that. Now, anybody else that didn't know that won't be embarrassed because I said it first. I took the heat on that one. Appreciate it. Let's see if we have any other questions. Paul the Scandinavian commented on the HH Old Dark Fired and said, one of the very best dark fired Kentucky blends in the market, a contemporary classic. Thank you for sharing your impressions. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you very much. Let's see if we had any other questions and or comments worth the note, which, I mean, pretty much everybody's worth the notes of these. Cigar Daddy, new subscriber. Welcome. JMCKECHNEIE63. Thanks for the sub. Welcome aboard. And the Green Coblin gave a comment. Happy Thanksgiving. That sounds like, and this is over the, what was this? Was this a Haunted Bookshop? This was a Haunted Bookshop. Blend that if I smoked it late at night, my wife would kick me out of the bed and make me sleep in the spare bedroom. Hashtag Ask OAP. If you smoke in your house, what do you do to counteract some of the more pungent smells from some of the blends? I've seen different YTPC members use air filtration systems, but how effective are they? Derek Tant had a video on this, and there's a few of the cigar guys that have videos on this. The very first thing is, one, I smoke in my garage. I smoke in my garage, and I actually have attic space in my garage with the air vents that go outside. And so what I will do is I will pump air into this room and from down here and actually get the smoke to go out up and out the vents of my roof. I'm also looking at putting a fairly large attic fan up in my garage area to pull a lot of the smoke. And that's pretty much what I do. And some have the, atomizing type filters where they're basically almost kind of like spraying out like a chemical that bonds and infuses themselves with a lot of the odor and things of that nature. And then it falls to the ground, you can sweep it up kind of thing. But you shouldn't really be in the room when it's happening, so that could be a problem too. The big thing is you need to have a place with lots of air circulation. Second thing is you need to have a room that does not have a lot of things that that the smoke can cling to. And all this is very difficult. That's why a lot of people smoke outside predominantly. It's one of those things. One thing that I like about pipe smoking is that it's less offensive to a lot of people and does not stay as long. I mean, depending on how many smoke. If you smoke daily, it's going to linger a lot more. So air filtration, number one, is great. Air, probably number one, really should be air flow. That should be number one. Airflow, then air filtration, what you're smoking, and where you're smoking it. And those kind of things. But there's a lot of videos out there, especially on air filtration. I'd give them a watch and see, and I'd probably just go from there. Let's see. And how effective are they really? They're only as effective as much as you smoke too. So I mean, if you're like a chimney all day, 2 or 3 times a day, there might not be enough air filtration and airflow to counteract that. Make yourself a she shed out back, or go in your garage, or go outside. I mean, those are pretty much the best solutions you have. And we are going to end the night on my buddy, the man, Mr. Gribbly, who rarely comes and watches my videos, but I have watched more of his videos than he probably would like to know. So, Gribbly said, can I try and read this like he was at? Ketchupiness is a word that should never have been uttered. But now that it's out there, I will speculate that it's, apparently I can't read tonight, speculate that it's also a word our dear leader has blurted out in the heart of the Merrill office shenanigans. Impeachment looms? ? On a more serious note, you have cracked the seal on one of the finest tobaccos to ever grace a pipe. I'd be interested to hear a full review, and then also a full review of the bulk version, HH Old Dark Fired Ready Rub. Enjoy, sincerely, your friend, Big Ember. Big Ember. I feel like that's almost like Paul Bunyan. I do have a full review coming. I just haven't had a chance to get to it because of the holidays. We've been doing a lot of traveling. It's been hard just to make this video. I'm late for a place right now, but that's okay because you mean that you mean that much to me. Everybody, thanks for coming, enjoying this pleasant Sunday smoke over a pipe. My name is Martin. Go out there. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. The holidays were great for you. I hope you were thankful. I'm thankful for you. Get out of here and go get some HH Old Dark Fired and stick that in your pipe and smoke it like I'm smoking it because it's delicious. And, we're going to do it. We'll see you later.